Hey guys, as the summer comes to a close, here the beginning of September, I know that we're starting to rev up and we're getting our, we're starting to make phone calls to our bigger customers, our commercial client customers that have maintenance agreements with us to get started on that. The phones have slowed down quite a bit on service calls. We still have a few trickling in every day, and a few sales are still being made every day, but definitely slower, and the chaotic time is over. So as that happens, it really grounds us, and we start to really get back to the fundamentals. And one of the fundamental things that that we've had problems with maintaining, and we implemented it, and it was going great, and then summer hit, and you start falling off and not doing quite the job that you were doing, is debriefings. So debriefings is just every time a guy, let's say on a service call, every time he finishes a service call, I need him to call the office and talk to the dispatcher, and the dispatcher is going to ask him a series of questions. And one of those, the first question is going to be, what did you find? Just so the dispatcher has an idea of what happened in case he needs to explain it later in the day. I mean, we've had, husbands call the office and wonder what we found because he hadn't talked to his wife yet, and his wife was the only person home when we did the work, or whatever. If it's a property management company, if for some reason they didn't get called because it was a small repair or something, and we didn't need approval, but they just want to know what we found, and the tech failed to call for whatever reason. I want the dispatcher to know what's going on in the field. So we ask him what he found and just want a brief description of what it was, so he can explain it later if need be. Then the next question is, did you collect? So if it's a homeowner, we expect to collect. The only time we wouldn't collect, as I spoke before, would be on a property management company, because we bill them regularly and we know that they're good for the money. So next would be, did you offer a maintenance agreement? Obviously, we want to offer maintenance agreements to anyone who doesn't own them. You've got to do that. You got to build a maintenance agreement program, because it's going to build equity for your company. It's worth money to the company. And it also kind of, helps even out the peaks and valleys, because right now, our phones are definitely slower, and this gives us work. We've got work for the next 2 months if we just focused on maintenance agreements, which probably isn't going to happen, but it just helps fill gaps. So sell maintenance agreements. Next is, what parts were used. So basically, every guy has a bin here in the shop that with his name on it, and every time they do a call and use a part off the truck, and they tell the dispatcher, because the dispatcher's asking these questions, he's going to go back and pull the part that they used and restock the bin. And then the next time the tech comes through, usually later that day, he'll grab his part and restock his truck. That way, if he gets the same call tomorrow, he's going to have what he needs. That saves a ton of time, and it keeps your truck stocked. It's just really important and here in the next month or so, we're going to be going through all the trucks again and restocking, because there's little things that get missed here and there, especially through the chaotic summer, that we're going to need. And as soon as we need it, if we don't have it, it's a time waster and a money killer. So next is, did you collect their email? On another video that I made, I was talking about signing up with Customer Lobby, and what they do is they pick your emails out of your QuickBooks every night, and then they send an email out to ask the customer for a review. And so emails have become extremely important, because that helps with our Google ranking and helps us be a lot easier to find. So not only that, in our website, we can actually go in and create an ad and do a blast email. So it's extremely important to collect emails. So start collecting them if you guys haven't already. And even if you don't do anything with them yet, start collecting them so you'll have them. And that way you can start blasting email marketing out. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything to do that. So it's a good way to market if you need to fill the schedule. So definitely start collecting emails. Next thing is door hanger. So we asked, did you hang a door hanger? We want it 1 to 2 door hangers every service call. Every installation, at least 2 door hangers on neighbors, whether it's across the street or next door. And that's just so there's they're constantly seeing you, so you're top of mind. It's top of mind awareness. So the more they see you in your business, the more apt they're going to call you, and that helps your business grow. So on our door hangers, we got a little tear off piece. They were really cheap to be made. They're like a slick gloss door hanger, and the bottom tears off like about a business card size, and we just put a coupon on the back of there, like I think $25 off service call and $150 off an installation. So that's something that the customer will keep in case they need our services at one time or another. So door hangers, they kind of went by the wayside when we were crazy. We had too many calls as it was, and we didn't have time to get out and do those during our chaotic, busy summer season. And this summer was crazy just because the heat was so hot. So heat was so hot, of course, but you know what I'm saying. It was a hot summer, and it was a good summer. So that stuff that went out of the way, like I said, back to the fundamentals. Let's get these door hangers on the door so our name is just constantly being out there. And then next is stickers. I think everyone understands the importance of sticking stickers, on your equipment that you're working on. Sooner or later, that house is going to sell. And you may not be aware when the house sells because maybe that customer didn't need anything for the last 8 months from you because their unit was working great. So if it sells and then a new owner comes in, it's so important to have your stickers on there because chances are they're going to call you. And they're going to call you because you've obviously been there. There's an assumption there that you know their equipment, and you probably do. So it's important to stick stickers. Don't, and they're really cheap. I've got some some really nice ones made that are made out of the vinyl that they use for the van stickers and the van wraps and stuff. And I use those when we're doing installations. But I recently bought some really nice, far cheaper ones from Five Forms. That's where I get that's where I got my door hangers. I think I got 250. Every time I get 250, it's like $68. They're really nice and just cheap. And same with the door stickers. I think they were like 500 for like $80. And they're the good stickers that are hard to peel off. So make sure to do stickers. And then last but not least, we've got a survey card. So the survey card is just for, we want to make sure that the customer is happy with our services. And if for any reason they're not, that gives us a chance right then and there to make it right with them. So survey cards are important. And the guys are required to turn those in so we know that the customer is happy. And we also do happy calls afterwards, and I'll talk about that in a different video. But only other thing is maybe on installations. Some of these questions don't apply, and we also will ask one other question is, did you hang the job packet on the unit or on the ductwork next to the unit? That way the customer has all the information from the equipment that they just purchased and their installation instructions and the user manual and stuff like that. So guys, I hope this helped. Time to get back to the fundamentals as we slow down a little bit here, and because that's really what makes the company. So maintain your fundamentals the best you can, and if you like this video, make sure to click like and subscribe. And as we go into the fall season, guys, go make money.